Okay, see, we were on the first step, no? See, our first step of calculation of EVA is NOPAT. What should be the formula? According to this question, the formula should be EBIT 1 minus T. What is EBIT in the question? 300. Can you see the last EBIT which is given 300? And what is tax rate?
Yes.
35%. So the formula will be 300. Values will be 300. Bracket 1 minus. It is 35%. We need to convert it into 0.35. Okay. So 1 minus 0.35 is 0.65. Therefore, 300 into 0.65. What is my answer then? NOPAT will be,
195.
is it correct? You need to verify it, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is it
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. Correct.
Okay, okay, okay. Now come to second step. Second step is WAC. WAC, I have already calculated with the help of this chart. Look at the screen. I have already calculated what is my debt, what is my equity. Always remember equity comes first. So we need to write equity 800, debt 200. So what is the total? 1000, and definitely yes, it was 1000 total capital employed. Total capital employed in this sum, it was given. In another sums, we used to add it and find it. Okay. Now, what is the proportion of equity? 800 divided by 1000 into 100, 80%. And what is the proportion of debt? 200 divided by 1000 into 100, 20%. So 80 plus 20, of course, it is 100. What is COC? Let us check. It is cost of equity, which is 18%. We will keep it as it is 18%. What is cost of debt? 15%, but tax rate is given. And in the bracket, they say pre-tax, but I want post-tax. So 15% which is given, I will have to convert it in the form of post-tax. To convert it in the form of post-tax, we need to apply the formula. Which formula? KD. KD I1 minus T. What is I? See, I means cost of debt. What is cost of debt? 15%. 1 minus T. T is 0.35. So 1 minus 0.35, 0.65. 0.65 into 15. Answer will be 9.75, which will be taken to cost of debt. Which will be taken as cost of debt after tax. It is cost of debt post tax. It was pre-tax which was given to us. We need to convert it after tax, and then that figure will be written. Is it clear, everybody? Should I move to next point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now tell me, what is the WACC of equity? I mean, what is the answer of equity?
14.4 percentage.
14.4%.
Ma'am,
14.4.
14.40%.
Very good, very good. 14.40%. After decimal, we want two figures. If two are not, then you can add a zero, no? Okay. So this is 80 into 18%. Next, 20 into 9.75%.
1.95%.
1.95%. Very good. And what is the total of these two? 14.40
Ma'am,
plus 1.95.
16.35%.
Wait. It is 14.40 plus 1.95. Add both of them and tell me what is WACC. Yes, Shubham, tell me, beta.
Ma'am, 16.35.
16.35 is my WACC. So here also I will
Percentage.
write therefore 16.35 is my WACC. Okay. Okay. Now tell me what is what is the third step? Third step is calculation of
EVA.
EVA. Now EVA's formula is NOPAT minus total capital employed into WACC. What is NOPAT here?
195.
195. Very good. In step number 1, we already calculated, no? NOPAT. See, look here. NOPAT 195. Okay. Okay. Next is total capital employed. What is total capital employed?
Ma'am, 1,000.
1000, which was already available in the question. With which we calculated equity and debt, 800 and 200. Yes? Okay, what is WACC that we calculated just now?
16.35%.
Very good. So what is 1000 into 16.35?
Ma'am, 163.5.
163.50, right?
Yes,
Okay. So what will be my answer ultimately? 195 minus 163.5?
31.50, ma'am.
31.50 positive. So the value addition in the company, the value that has been added in the company monetarily, it is rupees 31.50 crores. 31.50 crores. This is value addition in the company. Is it clear, everybody? Solve it. I'm giving you time to solve. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Solve it. See, I'm going to give you a question that you have to note down. Okay. So I'm stopping my screen sharing. Please note down the question. I will dictate the question and you have to note down. Are you guys following me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This would be the last question that we are going to do for EVA. All sums are similar then. Okay. So this much, if you do this much, you have understood the chapter. Okay. So anyways, this is the last question. So let us begin with this. Write down the question. The following information is available of Tata Steel Company Limited, full stop. Calculate EVA. Write down. Next line. See how you have to write. On the left hand side, uh, headings will be there. Okay, statement will be there. And on the right hand side, figures will be there. Okay. Now, commonly you write down rupees in lakhs. Commonly, one time. So all figures will be in lakhs. So you again and again you don't have to write 3,000 lakhs, 2,000 lakhs. Okay. So one time you just have to write down rupees in lakhs. Are you following?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So write down the first one. 4% debt capital. 4% debt capital means debt. Debt means borrowed funds. 4% is the rate of interest. Okay. 4% debt capital. Come on the right hand side, write down rupees 3,000. Rupees 3,000. Next, below the debt. Come to the next line, write down equity capital. Equity capital. And come on the right hand side in the corner, write down rupees 800. Rupees 800. Next, reserves and surplus. Below equity, you will write reserves and surplus. Always remember, reserves and surplus is a part of equity. Reserves and surplus. Rupees 6,200. Rupees 6,200. Right hand side. Next, KE. Cost of equity. Cost of equity. 19.50 percentage. 19.50 percentage. Sorry, huh? First was debt capital, no? The first item was how
Ma'am,
much?
4% debt capital.
No, make it 14% debt capital. Sorry. 4% will not be applicable. I mean, it is too short to be given. I mean, it is too short to be calculated. So write it as 14% debt capital. How much are you writing?
14% debt capital.
Yes, please note down, it is not 4, it is 14%. The first item. 14% debt capital, amount will be 3000, equity capital 800, reserves and surplus 6200, and we have cost of equity 19 point, how much did I say? 19.50 percentage.
50.
Yes, 19.50. And next we have operating profit after tax. Operating profit after tax 2400. Operating profit after tax 2400. Next line, tax rate, last item, tax rate, and that is 35 percentage, and that is 35 percentage. Yes, so did you note down everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, see, according to according to our number, this is sum number 6, calculation of EVA, figures in lakhs. Now, step number 1 is NOPAT. Now, see, nothing has to be applied, nothing, because NOPAT is already available, given in the question only. Can you tell me how much is in the question? I have given you already NOPAT. See, operating profit after tax, below the, I mean, the second last item. Operating profit after tax means NOPAT. What is the full form of NOPAT? Can anybody tell me? What is the full form of
Net
NOPAT?
operating profit after tax.
Net
Very good.
operating profit after tax.
Very good.
After
Net
tax.
operating profit after tax. And that's what is available to you. Operating profit after tax. Ready-made available to you. So what is the amount?
2400.
2400.
2400. Okay, so it is available, already available. No need to find out. Okay. Okay. Now next is calculation of VAT. Okay. Now equity is there. Equity is there. After equity we have reserves
Debt.
and
Sur
is
sorry, reserve surplus.
reserves and surplus. Very good. And we have debt also. So what is equity? Can you tell me? What is the amount of equity?
800, ma'am.
800.
800.
Okay, very good. What is the amount of reserves and surplus?
6200.
What is the amount of debt? Come on. What
Ma'am,
is the
3000.
3000.
be quick? Okay. So what is the total capital employed? Total capital employed.
Ma'am, 10,000.
What?
10,000, ma'am.
So 10,000 is correct. Okay, I've already written 10,000. See? So equity is 800, reserves and surplus 6,200, debt is my 3,000, and 10,000 is my capital employed. Okay, so what is my equity capital? Oh, sorry, what is the proportion of equity? The 800 divided by 10,000 into 100. So what is the proportion?
Ma'am, 8.
8%.
8%. 8.00. Okay. If you write 8, that is also okay. 6,200 divided by 10,000 into 100. What is the proportion of reserves and surplus?
62.
62 percentage. Okay. And what is the percentage of debt? Ratio of debt? 3,000 divided by 10,000 into 100.
Ma'am, 30 percentage.
30 percentage. Very good. So this is 62 and 8 means 62 and 8 means 70, 70 and 30 means 100. Correct.
70.
Yes, correct. So tell me, what is the COC? COC of equity was KE. KE. How much is KE? Cost of equity.
Ma'am,
19.50.
19.50.
Very good. 19.50. If reserves and surplus, if the cost of retained earnings, the cost of reserves and surplus is not given separately, so you have to consider same as equity. If the reserves and surplus cost of capital is not given, then you have to consider same as of equity. How much is of equity? 19.50. It will be same of reserves and surplus because separately it is not given, no. And reserves and surplus is a part of equity. Equity are the real owners of the company. So whatever is my reserves, whatever is my surplus, it belongs to equity only because they are the real owners of the company. Okay. What is the cost of debt? What is the cost of debt? Can you tell me cost of debt? Yes. Can anybody tell me
मैम
what is?
कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, लेकिन कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट तो होगा ना. आई कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट का मतलब होता है आई तो आपके पास होगा ना.
14%.
Yes, this is what I was asking. Very good. That's what I was asking. Cost of debt means interest. Interest on debt. So interest on debt is already given as I. 14% is already given. But I can't write here 14%. Why? Because it is pre-tax. But I want it post-tax. So I will have to convert with the help of formula of KD. What is the formula of KD? I is 14. 1 minus T. T is, how much is T? Tax rate is, how much is tax rate?
35%.
Yes, so it is 1 minus,
35%.
yes, 1 minus 0.35. Okay, I is 14 percentage. 1 minus T, T is 0.35. So what is 1 minus 0.35? 0.65 and into 14. So 14 into 0.65, the answer will be 14 into 0.65, the answer will be
Ma'am, 13.35 percentage.
okay. It is 13.35. Are you sure? I doubt. I doubt this is not correct.
Ma'am, 9.2.
मैम 9.10.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
फिर से बोलो 9.10.
9.10.
10 मैम.
10. Okay, 9.10. देखो, I will repeat again. 14% debt was already available in the question. Now this 14% is nothing but interest, which is known as cost of debt. This cost of debt is pre-tax. Now tax rate is given. So with the help of KD, with the help of formula of KD, we will calculate post-tax KD. Post-tax KD. And how is the formula? I 1 minus T. I is interest 14 percentage. 1 minus T is 1 minus 0.35. 1 minus 0.35, 0.65. And when we multiply 14 with 0.65, we get post-tax cost of debt. Post-tax, that is 9.10. Now you will be able to solve further. Get me about equity. Get me the answer of equity. 8 into 19.50 percentage.
1.56%.
1.56 percentage. Very good. 62 into 19.50 percentage.
12.09.
12.09 percentage. Next, 30 into 9.10 percentage.
2.73%.
2.73 percentage. So what is the total? I mean, what is the WACC? The total of all is known as WACC. What is
Ma'am,
the total?
16.38.
16 point, please pardon.
8.
16.38. Okay. So this is 16.38. Is it correct? Is it correct? Come on.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Okay. So what was the first step answer? NOPAT 2400. And what is the WAC? 16.38. Okay. Now step number 3, calculation of EVA. EVA is NOPAT minus total capital employed into WAC. NOPAT is 2400 already given in the question. Okay. So 2400 will be written here. What is total capital employed? Can anybody tell me what is total capital employed?
Ma'am, 10,000.
Very good, 10,000. Very good. What is WAC? 16.38
16.38, ma'am.
percentage. Very important. Don't
Percentage.
forget. Yes. Okay. So solve the bracket. First, you have to write 2,400 same until we solve the bracket. And in the bracket, you have 10,000 into 16.38 percentage. So what is the answer of that? We need to open the bracket, huh?
Ma'am, 1,638.
1,638. Is it correct? Okay. So 2,400 minus 1,638. So my answer will be
Ma'am, 762.
762 positive. That means 762 lakhs. 7,62,000 is my final answer. That is of EVA. EVA is economic value added. This much is the value addition in my company. Tata Steel Limited. 762 lakhs. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Did you get the answer? 762 lakhs means it is somewhere around 7 crores 62 lakhs. Because in lakhs we will put 5 zeros, no? So after this, if I put 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how we will call it as 7 crores 62 lakhs. So 7 crores 62 lakhs value addition is there. Anyways, we don't write this way. We write this way because हमने ऊपर already commonly लिख दिया था ना figures in lakhs. This is commonly written figures in lakhs. So whatever figure will be there, it will be considered as in lakhs. Anyways, I was just explaining you if we write zeros, then how much it would be? It would be 7 crores 62 lakhs. Is it clear? Is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
clear? Yeah. Okay. So we are done with this chapter. I mean, these are the questions that were related to EVA. So I hope you are confident enough now to solve the questions related to EVA. Are you?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.